visiting us from all over the place. All right. Just go ahead and introduce yourselves. I've talked about it last break. We have soccer players and their coach coming in to visit us right now. You guys are going to be on the island doing clinics, you know, out here helping this new generation of soccer players kind of come into it. And there's some problems going on with your league, and that was the first reason why you guys all kind of came together, right? I mean, normally you wouldn't be out here doing this sort of thing, but now this gives you the opportunity to come out and, you know, help the younger generation of players out, right?
Yeah, our WPS took a year off to get reorganized this business side, and this trip was supposed to be Sky Blue's preseason event, and when that happened, we basically put it out to some other players in the league, and it became a select team. And the game up at Kagoshima, for being together 2 days, was really impressive, and it was a great atmosphere up there.
Oh, absolutely. And Alex, I said it last break, you know, everybody in here, even anybody that listens to me, understands my love for Western New York, and I have my Buffalo Bills football in my hand right now. You know, what's it like, you know, coming out here, being able to help, you know, these younger players develop? You know, it's got to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I love coaching and being a part of anything to do with kids, so I'm really excited to start working with the players here and just connecting with them and giving them something kind of familiar, I guess. You know, being so far away from home, and you know, it'll be great. Yeah,
that is really one of the hard things. I mean, there's so much you can learn. There's so many new cultural things, and you know, playing with. I mean, I was out with the baseball team last weekend, and they were, you know, playing exhibition matches and scrimmage matches with the local Japanese teams, and the same thing applies. I mean, it's the atmosphere is so different. Here, when a lot of people are playing sports, they will just play that sport, and that's all they do, and that's all they drill it in their head, and it's kind of hard to. I think when you look at the U.S. side of the table, you have so much more that goes into it. You know what I mean? You have the extracurricular activities and everything else, and it's kind of hard to balance that when you view it here. Kendall, does the same go for you? I mean, how is it for you to come out here and, you know, help this new generation of soccer players?
Yeah, I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Soccer has done so much for me in my life, and I love to give that back and reach out to communities wherever we are. And I think it's really neat to be down here following the World Cup and the success that the Japanese team had, because I know in the U.S. after the '99 World Cup, the effect that it had on me, and it's really cool to see just the younger generation just coming out and supporting women's soccer, and to be a part of that and to be able to come in here and impact some kids is amazing, and we're really looking forward to it. And
when we come back, I have Gautier coming up next, somebody that I used to know. But when we come back, I want to talk about, you know, some of the experiences you guys had between NCAA, World Cup, you know, and playing professional soccer. Just some of these experiences that you can take not just on the field, but off the field, in ways that you can, you know, apply these to not only your lives, but the lives of these, you know, younger players that you're going to be meeting with over the next few days. It's the Belgian-born Aussie Gautier. That song is still another one of those great ones that just came out of nowhere. It just kind of shows how YouTube is pushing the music industry along these days. Good on to Jim. You were a member of the '88 Olympic team in Seoul. You know, young kid coming up, going to the Olympics. How do you know, how has that influenced your career? Playing on that world stage, and then, you know, taking those, you know, the skills you've learned from that. How do you apply those to, you know, either new kids you're coaching or your players, or when you do events like this? You know, what do you really want people to take away from it?
Well, I mean, a lot of it is the sport of soccer presents so much to players, especially kids, and that's one of the best thing about being here for us, especially our players who are great in these community events, is being able to interact with kids, but also be a role model and be able to remind them that the sport can teach you so much, whether it's teamwork, building relationships, just learning about life in general. And that was the pinnacle of my career, yeah, but I look at all the other times that I've been involved with teams, and I really have to give credit to the sport and the fact that it opens up so many doors for you relationship-wise and lesson-wise.
And this is really, any of you can answer this. You know, as a sports fan looking at it, I was in Europe for a while, and just the way soccer brings everybody together, especially in Europe. In the U.S., to me, it doesn't look like it's taken off. I mean, it's constantly there. And the thing about U.S. soccer is, especially now with the international teams, the way they're competing with these teams that should, you know, you think You get the Brazil and the Spain and these guys that are constantly hyped up. The U.S. teams are coming together so much in the past few years, and it's really making the U.S. break into soccer on the international level. The thing that I love about the sport is you might have, American football in the States, or you might have cricket in Australia or rugby in Australia, but the overall, the most international sport is soccer. It really is, and it helps bring, every kind of culture together. Have you seen that through your travels?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think soccer is the world game, and so when you get to travel, to different countries and play, it's a common base that you can kind of start from. You may not understand how to speak the same language or, even come from the same culture, but if you step on the soccer field together, you can share that experience and express yourself through that, and it's amazing the way you're able to kind of communicate on the field, and just through the love of the game, and like Jim said, the opportunities that it gives you and the life experiences it gives you are wonderful.
Now, Alex, when you started playing soccer, did you always know that you wanted to go professional? Did you always know that was that your always pie in the sky goal? Because we have players that are working up towards it now. What really would you want them to keep in mind and think about as they're trying to progress through their career?
Yeah, I mean, obviously what had a really big influence on me was the World Cup when the U.S. won. And that was when I started playing, so that was a really big inspiration to me, and I'm sure a lot of players within my age range. But just, I think that one of the things that you can take from the game is that everything that you put into the game, you can apply that anywhere in your life. So whether it's sacrifice, discipline, hard work, if you see that you're making bounds and strides in soccer, doing those things, that you can do those same things in school or in your job, and you can take that with you for the rest of your life. So.
And it doesn't. I think a lot of times people might be sitting there and saying, "Well, I'm only playing high school ball. I'm only doing this and that." But you know what? It doesn't have to be on the international stage. It doesn't have to be on the grand stage. Just what you're doing out there on the soccer pitch. Even when you are in high school, it's going to affect you, and it's going to affect your outlook on life, and it's going to help you. You said learn those skills that you need, the teamwork, the discipline, everything to apply to everything else in life. And it's interesting you said that about when the U.S. won the World Cup. Man, that image is going to stick in my head forever. Who was the player? She ripped off her jersey. Yeah, she ripped off her shirt in the middle of it, and everybody made a huge deal. I think I don't know, man. How old was I then? 11? I think it was 11 or 10 when that happened. It's showing my age, but it's those iconic images just brings. You guys have all experienced that on the pitch. I'm sure that when you come together like that, but it's hard to realize how much things that can bring a region or a country together too, and that's really what I think is beautiful about the game.
And that's what we're seeing here in Japan is the mania. It's interesting to see. It's almost identical to after '99 in the U.S. And we're fortunate to be able to be here and play off that and also assist it in any way we can. And it's great to see the women's game get that support in this country and for it to continue to grow. These players are such great role models, and that's an important thing for players to realize, especially young girls, that if I want to do that, the avenue is there, and then you can. They can follow our trip. We've had such a great time. I wanted to say last night that every day we're amazed at how much better this experience gets for us, and they can follow us on Facebook.
All right, we're going to come back in just a second. I'm going to give out some more information about, if you're listening and you want to go out and maybe your kids are at school already, I don't know, but they're going to be having clinics. You guys are going to have a chance to teach, these younger players how to, just give them, have them pick your brain, feed you feed you their knowledge, and that's what's going to be out there for you. Going to come back in just a second. The #1 song in America, "We Are Young." All right. Cool. I'm still in here with U.S. soccer players, and the biggest thing that we're going to have this weekend, you guys are going to have an exhibition match against INAC Kobe, the Japanese team that has 8 national players on it. They're going to come down. And while we are in our host country of Japan, one of the biggest things is we want to make this a home game, right? We're going to make sure all the service members, all the families come out, and how excited are you guys to be able to play this year?
Oh, I think we're thrilled. We already got to play them once up near where they're from, in Kagoshima, and it was a wonderful match. They're a wonderful team. The way that they play soccer it's inspiring for us to watch, but to be a part of and to play against that is making us better players. I think it was a really good game for the fans to watch. There was almost 7,500 fans that came out and supported the match, and it was really neat to be a part of. It's a great event. Japan has done a wonderful job just hosting this event. So we're really looking forward to the second leg of that. They one-upped us. It was a 2-1 loss for us, but it was a great match, and we're looking forward to getting back out there and hopefully getting a win this time.
Getting a win, making sure, down here, the military community is so large. I'm sure you guys are going to have a great support group coming out. And the other one of the big things are, before the game is on Saturday. It's going to be at 4 o'clock. But until then, you guys are going to be, kind of going around all of the schools on the island, giving classes, clinics, helping these younger soccer players kind of come into their own. What is the one thing you want them to learn? We've talked about, they're learning leadership, learning discipline, all that other stuff. But when it comes to the game itself, if you had one thing that you wanted everyone to know, what would it be? Like just one like if you can keep one thing in your head when it comes to staying motivated or that type of thing.
I think just find the joy in it. From the day that I played soccer when I was 4, I love stepping onto the field, whether it's training, whether it's a game, and just enjoy it and find the joy in what you do, and find that in the different aspects of it, because you're going to have to do stuff you don't like fitness and stuff, but if you ultimately love it, that pushes you and drives you to do it, and just find a way to express yourself through it, and that's fun.
And tonight you are going to be offering a big clinic. It's over kind of behind the Ocean Breeze. It's offered by MCCS Youth Sports. It's going to be going on between 5 and 6:30. So if you're listening, you want more information on that, MCCS Youth Sports is going to be able to hook you up. But you're going to see them out there. You're going to see everybody out there tonight between 5 and 6:30. Today as well, you guys are going over to Kadena, 2 p.m. Going to be giving a clinic out there with their soccer teams. And tomorrow, you're going to be visiting Leicester Middle School. You're going to be you guys are splitting up, going all over the place. Kubasaki, you're going to pay a visit to the JV and varsity teams as well. So much stuff you guys got to get crammed in there. How do you guys find the time to train yourselves, let alone everything else?
Yeah, I mean, we just get it done. We're only here for a few days, and we want to make the most impact that we can while we're here. So we just want to see as many people as we can and just fit everything in while we're here. And we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely, guys. You know what? It really shows a lot to your character to come out here, and it is tough living overseas. A lot of people in the States get the idea, they're like, oh man, it must be so awesome, and it is. And in a lot of cases it really is, but you miss out on a lot of hometown feel, and having this come in, it's a real special opportunity. There's a lot of things to be able to be learned, and most importantly, when everybody goes out on Saturday and supports you, it's just really to have fun. And I think, would you agree with that? At the end of the day, regardless of what sport you play, that's going to be your end goal.
Yeah, it's our sign that we support all that the servicemen and women of this country do, and being a Navy brat myself, I know the sacrifices that families have to make, and if we can come out and help out one kid, that one kid can have a good life or have something to motivate them, our job's been done.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out here today. It's been a pleasure having you. Again, good luck this weekend, and I hope everyone, if you're listening, get out there, support them. This is Okinawa. Yes, we are in Japan, but we have enough service members here that we can turn this into a hometown game. Get out there, support them. 2-1, that's got to be rough. Hopefully we'll turn it in the other direction this weekend. Thank you so much for coming out here today, guys.
Thanks for having us.
And again, thank you. We always hear, you guys come and say thank you for our support. Just thank you for you guys. Thank you for coming out. We're just doing our job. This is an extra thing for you. So thanks so much for coming out here today, guys.
Appreciate it.